This is Lee Truer. She is my graduate advisor through the Human Development Program at St. Mary's University. It has been just absolutely awesome to have this woman be my mentor, my guide, and my advisor. I just could not have asked for a better connection and a better person to guide me through the journey that I'm on. So I guess I just wanted to have you speak a little bit to our collaboration.
Sure, I would love to. I guess I would start out by saying it's really been an honor to work with Wendy. Her passion, her enthusiasm, and her drive is just amazing. What she's researched and set into motion would be impressive for anyone, but even more so when you add into the mix that she's done all of this while working, while juggling new employment, sending a child off to college, and last but definitely not least, the challenges of being a person living with traumatic brain injury. It was a very ambitious first contract that she set out to achieve, but I now think anything less would have left Wendy feeling like she hadn't put a dent in her to-do list. Her to-do lists are quite long. Wendy's passion and devotion to educating and inspiring youth to develop and use their empathy skills is positively infectious, and I believe that this has been the magic elixir that has helped her to draw in both the people and the resources she needs to move forward with launching her first children's book. I want to step aside from my notes for a little bit and say, when I look back on conversations that I've had with Wendy through this first contract and on into the second contract, one of the things I really remember and resonated with myself was when she said, you know, we really need to look at what are the messages, what are the values that we're causing our children to have, what are we trying to teach them? And she talked about how many videos there are out there that are deeply disturbing with really violent negative messages. And if she could just be a voice other than what we see on the backpacks, what we see scrawled on graffiti, what we see in video games, on TV, in the movies, a voice for reason, a voice for empathy and deep compassion, and a sense of social justice. And I think that that has just been woven through the tapestry of everything that she does. Even in the way she works with her interns, her willingness to build on other people's strengths. She gives a lot of credit to living with traumatic brain injury and how that has taught her that she can't be a one-woman band. But I really think it's more than that. I think it's a deep sense of caring and compassion. That's something that maybe was inspired by a trip to Africa, but is something that probably has bubbled up in her from the very start. Let me go back to my notes a little bit. During her first contract, she became an LLC. She signed on with Beaver's Pond as her publisher, and she started her social marketing campaign. She set dates for her Kickstarter campaign and her book launch. And she brought on, how many is it, 9 interns?
It's 11 now.
11.
It's 11.
It grows. You know that the concept, it takes a village to raise a child. I think it's taking a village to create this book about village building with children. And so it just keeps on growing. It has a momentum of its own. I mean, I think so often we look at the negative in the world and we think how the negative builds on negative, but the positive is equally strong. I've also been struck by her willingness to take in constructive criticism and feedback. And what she typically does with that is she sits back for a while and she really dialogues with her discomfort, and she figures out, well, do I need to listen to this expert advice? Do I need to follow my heart? What does my head say? And she puts it all together and builds from there. In conclusion, Wendy, in her work on this contract, has embodied just the qualities she seeks to encourage in youth through the vehicle of her books: empathy, commitment to community, and the largeness of heart. And I look forward to seeing the next chapter unfold.